Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Let's hope that this time it doesn't sound like I'm underwater. Yes, you guys, apparently my microphone was once again not plugged in. And not only that, the settings were all incorrect. It's nice to have some friends that are nerds from time to time to come in and take a look at your setup. So now let's get back to Iraq, because there are some interesting developments happening. And like I said, it never fails. As soon as Iraq starts to make progress moving forward, something always happens that sets them back. I'm not sure that this is that big of a deal, but it's starting to turn into one. You'll see what I'm talking about. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold, silver, or any other precious metals, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description, or just type in www.moneymetals.com/Pimpy. If you make a purchase when you follow that link, you will automatically be entered for a chance to win 10 free silver ounces. So get started today, and hopefully your stack will start to look like this real soon. So head on over, tell them Pimpy sent you. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates. If I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera, Jacera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey. Catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more. And there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. So if you do want to head on over to Money Metals, just click it. And there you are. So come on over. Join us. I look forward to having you. Remember, you want stability in the country. You don't want protests. You don't want uprisings. You don't want anything like that. Protesters in Baghdad decry U.S. interference, express anger over alleged threats to Shiite leaders. So it said supporters of the Shiite factions demonstrated on Friday in Baghdad, with participants rallying against what they perceive as the United States interference in Iraqi affairs and alleged threats to their leaders. Hundreds of supporters gathered outside the gate in the green zone near the suspension bridge to voice their discontent with the purported interventions made by the U.S. ambassador to Baghdad, chanting slogans such as "God is great, America is the great Satan." Well, we're not quite there yet, but we're definitely working on it. The demonstrators expressed their opposition to the U.S. actions. The protest comes in response to an American report which claimed that the U.S. is planning to target leaders of Shiite armed factions in Iraq. Earlier today, a security source informed the news that over 3,000 security personnel had been deployed near the U.S. Embassy in anticipation of the demonstration organized by certain Shiite factions. The protest aimed to express displeasure with the report, which has raised concerns among Shiite supporters regarding the safety and well-being of their leaders. In 2019, supporters affiliated with the Iraq Shiite factions linked to the popular mobilization forces breached the outer wall of the heavily fortified U.S. Embassy headquarters in Baghdad's Green Zone. This marks the first breach since the embassy constructed following the fall of Saddam Hussein in 2003. The incident occurred in response to America's airstrike targeting sites in Iraqi Hezbollah brigade, resulting in numerous casualties amongst their fighters. So yesterday, unfortunately, if you can get past the gurgling sound, you can hear what I was saying. We saw that Iraq and Iran, despite what the U.S. was saying, came to an agreement they found a way to circumvent the sanctions against Iran by trading gas for oil. And of course, you should have known there was going to be a response from the United States. So this is in response to it. My concern is now that the United States and Iraq are bumping heads, what does this do to the economy? Because all the U.S. has to do is cut off U.S. dollars, and it could really put the Iraqi economy in turmoil. And if you really piss off the U.S., they'll start putting sanctions back on Iraq. Erdogan confirms to the Sudanese by phone the readiness of Turkey and its companies to work on the development of road projects, infrastructure. That's what we like to hear. So Prime Minister al-Sudani received Friday a phone call from the leader of Turkey, Erdogan, during which bilateral relations between the two countries were discussed and ways to strengthen them. Al-Sudani stressed during the call, according to the statement by the Prime Minister's office, Iraq's keenness to build regional and international partnerships which contribute to the national economic development of brotherly and friendly countries, work to face challenges and consolidate security and stability in the region. So for his part, the Turkish president expressed his country's orientation towards expanding cooperation with Iraq, stressing the readiness of Turkey and the Turkish companies to work on the development of path projects and contribute to this economic opportunity in a way that supports exchange and communications between the two friendly people and serves all the people of the region. So yeah, any projects that's going to help develop the infrastructure over in Iraq is a major plus. Parliament resumes sessions tomorrow, and important and controversial laws await them. So apparently there's been a package of laws that they've been putting aside over and over, but they finally need to attend to them. Said the House of Representatives will resume tomorrow, Saturday, its regular sessions after the end of its month-long legislative holiday. And Parliament is waiting for a package of important laws that have political differences. The presidency of the Parliament published the agenda of the next Saturday and Monday sessions for the legislative terms, awaited by a number of important and controversial laws, most notably the oil and gas laws. That's the one I'm waiting to find out what happens. That's between Kurdistan and Baghdad. I'm curious to see how this vote goes, because this can cause more turmoil depending on the outcome. General amnesty and combating domestic violence, and the laws of the intelligence services and the anti-terrorist apparatus. The House has already come under much public criticism for delays in legislating important laws since previous Parliament sessions. A member of the Parliament Legal Committee, there are important laws waiting for the House of Representatives to legislate them, especially laws that have political differences, and they have been postponed since previous sessions because of those differences at the political or legal and technical levels. The controversial laws directly affect the life of citizens, and therefore there is importance to legislate them and resolve differences on them. So there will be dialogues and negotiations in order to legislate those laws. But it will not be easy and will not be without renewed differences within the dome of the Parliament between blocs, even within one coalition. They better get it together. So, of course, we know 3,000 security guards surrounded the embassy just in case the protesters made their way there. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys already know about this. Iraq tests U.S. sanctions with oil for gas deal with Iran. So they're circumventing the sanctions. They're circumventing the United States. They're going against what the United States wants. You know, I'm really concerned about this because if all of a sudden the U.S. starts getting pissed, you could see a tit for tat. What I mean is they try to put some sanctions on Iraq, and then Iraq could turn around and affect the production of oil coming into the United States, causing the oil prices to really shoot up. This would not be good for a Biden term. Barter plan comes after Tehran cut natural gas supplies, plunging Iraq into blackouts and electricity shortages. Yeah, don't forget, you guys, that's where Iraq gets a big portion of their electricity is from Iran. So what they do, just cut it off. That's one way to force you into negotiations. But what is Iraq to do when they put themselves in a pickle by relying so much on Iran? And Iran, of course, is an adversary of the United States. And since Iraq is under the thumb of the United States, it's kind of hard. What do? I mean, seriously, you need electricity. And the United States is taking its time, giving fees that are due for the electricity. So they had to find a workaround. And now that they found a workaround, yeah, it's not going quite as good as they hoped. So let's hope that gets solved. As I stated, it never fails. As soon as you take one step forward with Iraq, they'll find a way to fumble it, mess it up, and end up going back 3 steps. Let's hope that's not the case this time around. Anyways, that's it for now. Let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I am out.